Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you too.
Mm-hmm.
All right, bet.
Now y'all know me. I come in. I'm confident. Thank you. We're gonna see.
Family, welcome to the Fantasy with SJT. Sorry for those technical difficulties there. But we are back, fellas. Oh yeah, first and foremost, if you guys have not yet subscribed or liked or comment or shared any of our content, please do so right now. Go to our YouTube channel, Fantasy with SJT. Once again, the Fantasy with SJT. Give us a follow, give us a like, share, so we can get this out to the masses. All right. But fellas, what's good with y'all? Welcome back.
Hey, we back. What Jeezy say? Well, welcome back.
Yeah, for sure. We back, man.
Hey, feels good, man.
Been a while. Been a
Yeah,
minute, man.
Yeah. I'm glad to be back. I know y'all carried the fort the last year we was on it, but we all had our stuff going on. But it's good to get back into the swing of things and push out that content like we used to do.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
We're here to give y'all the best fantasy content. You can, forget the ESPNs and NFL.coms. We here, man, to take over.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So what we're going to get into, y'all, we're going to get into our underrated and overrated players. And now we got to put me and Sean were talking about this earlier. Now, when we give our list, it's not based on we think these players are just trash. It's more so compared to the ADP, what people have out is we feel like they're higher than what they need to be. Okay, but we will go back and forth. I'm pretty sure we're gonna have some discrepancies as we go along in this thing, and you guys can agree with us, give your opinion, also comment, and any questions y'all have, please let us know. Hit the comment section up, and we'll try to answer some of those questions as we go along. All right, but let's see who we're gonna start on. Who wants to get their list first?
Hey, whoever my man put up there, that's what we're going with.
I'm about to say, throw the slide up there, man. Okay. Already know, man. Get the talking. Hey. Well, look, man, it's there for y'all to see. And like I said, this is all based off ADP, even though these players are all going fairly high. Well, the first three on my list are going fairly high. But let's get into it right now. Saquon Barkley, man. So I don't know if anybody, unless y'all living under a rock, y'all saw what happened last year. I want y'all to know Saquon Barkley is essentially walking back into the same exact situation as last year. Nothing has changed for Saquon Barkley. People going to talk about, he touched the ball 240 plus times, I think it was north of 3, but regardless, this young man is walking into the same exact situation to where he rushed for 2,000 yards and didn't even play. Majority of the fourth quarters in the whole last week of the season, he didn't even play, and he had 2,000 yards. So what are we talking about here? The tush push can scare people, and Jalen Hurts is at the 1. Saquon Barkley's going to eat regardless. He's going to get his. Like I said, they returned 4 out of the 5 starters on the offensive line. I don't see them missing a beat. This guy can arguably be the first draft pick off the board, depending on what format you're playing in. If you're playing in the standard format, I don't see why you don't take Saquon Barkley at 1. Some people are taking him at 4 or 5. I think that he's 1 or 2. It's no question. If you want a player, you gotta get the running back. The next player on my list is Puka Nacua, man. I'm big on Puka Nacua. For those who don't know, it's the number 1 rated wide receiver in Pro Football Focus, which takes into account of every single play which you've done. Puka was number 1. And mind you, he missed about 5 games last year. He was pacing 1,700 yards when he came back. So I'm not too worried about Devontae Adams. A lot of people, it's a bona fide number 1 on the other side, of course, with Devontae. But at the same time, it's Puka. He has that rapport already with Matthew Stafford. And we did make this list prior to Matthew Stafford getting hurt. Like, I do want y'all to know that this list was made prior to that. So definitely, I think that if everything goes right with Matthew Stafford, Puka Nacua is arguably, to tell you the truth, it's a bold statement right now, man. Y'all already know. I mean, these two already they about to laugh. They already know how I feel about Puka. They know how I feel about Puka, man. They know what I'm about to say. I think Puka finishes higher than Jamar Chase this year.
Okay, so you put him underrated means you think he should be what? Because he's going top like 7, 8 right now. So you think he should be top 5?
I think he should be drafted above Justin Jefferson and CeeDee Lamb.
Okay.
I think given the situation, but at the same time, if you want a bold prediction, I think that Puka Nacua is going to finish ahead of Jamar Chase in fantasy this year. I do, and it is. But at the same time, you got to watch. Just watch. What was the
old saying that I used to say back then? That's a bad bold prediction. I don't think that
you did. I remember that, bro.
I don't know about that one.
I mean, it's not far.
It's not about what you know about. You know what I'm saying?
Puka's young coming in. What is it? Puka's third year. This is when they finished wide receiver 1, and like you said, he was paced last year 1,700 yards if he played.
We're talking about you lose Cooper Kupp. You got Devontae in. I mean, cool. Granted, you got a better wide receiver in. To some people, I mean, Devontae ain't got no triple crowns, but regardless, I'm gonna say this, dog. If he stays healthy for the entire season, whoever gets Puka Nacua, I guarantee you, when they pull up lists of the player on the most playoff teams, Puka Nacua is going to be in the top 5. Like, he's going to carry teams this year. He's going to get the targets and everything. I know a lot of people. This young man, they move him around so much in the screen game and everything. I mean, we just gonna see. We're gonna see. I got
this analysis. I might have to take him. I might have to draft Puka in the first round.
I'm not gonna take up too much time on Puka. I'm gonna get into my next player. I believe is Christian McCaffrey. Christian McCaffrey. This is, to me, I'm going with the trend. Christian McCaffrey has up, down, up, down. Last year, if you drafted McCaffrey, you saw our co-host here. I mean, I'm sorry, B. I'm sorry, but at the same time, like, if you know, you know. I think they saying this is the healthiest he's been. Every player says this every single year, that this is the healthiest they've been. And,
I feel the best this year.
Yeah. No. Your best years of feeling healthy was in college, probably. But at the same time, the situation that he's walking into, if you think about it, he might be the entire offense in San Fran. Yeah, I like Purcell. I do like Ricky Purcell a lot. I do like him a lot. I wish I would have had him on my underrated players list a lot. I would draft him over Juwan Jennings. I would say that for sure. Yes. It's a lot going on right now. I know. I'm all over the place. But at the same time, Christian McCaffrey with no Brandon Ayuk, a banged up Juwan Jennings, George Kittle going to do his thing. I mean, I like George Kittle. I'm a Kittle fan. He's going to do his thing. But outside of that, the only person taking touches from Christian McCaffrey is George Kittle. And this gentleman takes passes out the backfield. He could take it to the house 60. Nobody's catching this, man. Like, I mean, he's a dog. I like Christian McCaffrey. Like, he had a down year last year. You know what that means. He's going to boom this year. A lot of people are writing him off. They're scared of what's going to happen. But, I mean, the reports from Shanahan is that, like, I mean, he looks great. So, I definitely like Christian McCaffrey. Christian McCaffrey's going, I believe he's going like RB5 or so. And you got to think about it, like his O-line and everybody's coming back. I would argue this too. I got a lot of bold statements for y'all too. I think Christian McCaffrey finishes higher than Jahmyr Gibbs. And it's huge. And the reason why I say that is because what people don't know is Jahmyr Gibbs lost his starting center, and that's a huge deal. And his OC. So who knows what it's going to look like in Detroit? The offense is still going to be good, but is it going to be as good as last year? Is he still going to put up 30? Because he only put up 30 when David Montgomery was out, and David Montgomery's back. So I mean, regardless, so we're going to see. We're going to see Christian McCaffrey's biggest competition in the backfield is Isaac G. I'm not even gonna do you like that, bro. I appreciate you, but at the same time, nah, I'm good. I like Christian McCaffrey in that backfield, especially to start the season with no Ayuk. Like I said, a banged up Juwan Jennings. You got second-year wide receiver who I expect to do good, but they're still going to have to lean on the running game. They got best offensive tackle in the league on the left side. They're still running behind Trent, so I'll move on from that aspect of it. I mean, y'all want to pitch in real quick, or y'all good?
It sounds like you about to take him at pick 2 in the fantasy draft, man.
No, I'm going Gibbs, but at the same time, I mean, I'm going Bijan. I'm going Bijan, but neither here nor there. Okay, so look. Yeah, I'm going Bijan. I want to let you know. You can put the word out. Bijan Robinson is the pick. I did a lot with that. All right, next guy on my list is McMillan, my man T-Mac. I'm a huge T-Mac fan. T-Mac is my guy. Like, I don't care what nobody say. I like T-Mac a lot. I mean, I just see the wide receivers that's going above T-Mac, man, and it gets kind of disturbing. It does. Given the situation that this young man is walking into, the history, I don't know if y'all know about it, but the history of wide receivers that get drafted in the first round, especially like in the top 10, is actually a very high success rate. You know, like I think Adunzi is going to have a good year as well. He was drafted at like 9 last year. All first round wide receivers, they usually have a really good year, but they got a lot of faith in him. It's more about volume with T-Mac. I don't see nobody else on that team that can really take away the targets that he's about to get. Fantasy is all about opportunity. I can see him walking into at least 130 to 135 targets. And all you want is opportunity. The team could be as terrible as you want it to be, but especially with that Carolina defense, everybody's hyping it up. But they're going to be in a lot of garbage time games to where it's going to be T-Mac over the top. He's going to get a lot of jump balls. Bryce Young is improvement. He was, I believe, QB6 when he came back from being benched down the stretch. So I like T-Mac a lot in that offense. He's definitely the number one. I seen some training camp videos. You know, I seen a couple catches in the preseason, but it's not really going to tell us what's going on until week 1, until the games really start. I like T-Mac. I like that I like what he has to offer. And at the same time, it's wideouts that's being drafted above him. That is just, I mean, it's kind of some head scratches. Like I'm a Commanders fan, as everybody knows. I don't think that he should be going after Terry McLaurin, somebody who missed all of camp. And I don't even know what it's going to look like for Terry. So we're going to see. Even DK Metcalf, we're going to see. Arthur Smith likes to run the ball, so we're going to see what it look like. But like I said, given the situation, opportunity, I think that T-Mac is going to do well. He should be drafted above Xavier Worthy if people think that too. So, all right. So, the next guy on my list, last but not least, is Rashee Rice. Sorry, I took a lot of time to talk about this too. But hey, Rashee Rice, y'all saw what he did last year prior to going down. He was, I believe he was wide receiver 2. I believe he's wide receiver 1 in fantasy leading up to when he got hurt. Now, I know he's about to be he most likely going to get suspended after those 4 games. But you look long term, look down the stretch. If you build your team the right way, I mean, Rashee Rice is going to be a target hog as well. Him and Xavier Worthy in the passing game. Travis Kelce, as anybody on this show knows, that was my guy for sure. I drafted him in the first round. The past like 3 years, I would draft Kelce in the first round. But I think that the torch is definitely going to get passed to this young man right here, man. Rashee Rice, he's a dog, man. He was a dog. He was pacing. I believe 1,800 yards last year, and definitely wide receiver 1 through those 3 weeks prior to getting hurt. So I like what he has to offer. Xavier Worthy is there. Xavier Worthy is going to play a big role. He killed down the stretch last year too. But Rashee Rice is being drafted awfully late, and it's people just scared of the suspension thing. But nah, I do like the potential in that offense. Pat Mahomes said they're going to air it out a lot more than they did last year. So we're going to see. We're going to see for sure. I mean, he's going ahead of guys. He's going behind guys like Calvin Ridley. He's going behind Travis Hunter. Like, I mean, like, come on, man. You said what now?
That suspension is hurting them, though.
Yeah, it is. It is hurting. It is hurting him. But look at what you're getting when he gets back into your lineup. Like he's gonna come back into your lineup in crunch time. Like, and it's gonna be a fresh rested Rashee Rice. And God forbid he still gets to practice. Like, Jesus. Like, I mean, he's basically there. So
you say you like him more over Xavier Worthy.
I like Rashee Rice over Xavier Worthy, but given it varies on the suspension. So you might not you never know. You might draft, and this is like we said, it's based off ADP. Mm-hmm. You might draft Rashee Rice in week 4, and they might be like, "Yo, we gotta wait till next year." Imagine what your team is gonna look like. Imagine what your team would look like if they're like, "Yo, we gotta put the suspension off until next year. We gotta talk about it." Like, whoa, like that means that I get to keep this guy for a whole nother year. Your team would look crazy. Your team would look nuts, honestly. And when he's there, Rashee Rice is going to be a top 10 wide receiver up until those 4 weeks. Yes. I like Isaiah Pacheco, but come on. Like, they're not going to run the ball that much, bro.
He was definitely Mahomes' guy when he was in there last year.
He's the guy. He's the guy.
He's short yardage guy and everything. He finished the season strong last year, but I'm taking Rashee Rice.
Well, we always talk about opportunities, and I feel I'm gonna get into my list, but we talk about opportunities all the time, and he's gonna have that, especially if Rashee has to sit out for some time. It's gonna be his. I mean, who else at wide receiver is gonna really be that guy for Pat Mahomes other than Kelsey?
That's true.
Hollywood Brown.
But still, I think it's Worthy's year, man. I think we've seen what he can do, but it's not. I don't know about that one, but I do like. Oh, now we're going to my list. Okay, there we go. I'll get Xavier Worthy. Okay, right now his ADP is about pick 57, so that's putting you in the 3rd, 4th round, and that's the key. The key to winning fantasy, the key to being successful is getting value guys in those mid to late rounds, and he's going to be one of those guys. I mean, he's got the best quarterback in the league. Opportunities are going to be there. We saw Kelsey decline, so I feel like Xavier picks up more in target share and receptions. So I like it. I like that pick right there. Very valuable. Even when Rashee Rice comes back, I think he's going to be a solid play week in and week out. I think that's in the beginning couple of weeks, he's going to show that he's somebody that you can put in your lineup and leave him there as one of your, not a flex option, possibly one of your wide receiver 2s. But I like him right there. I like that 57 ADP is perfect. And then now we get into Alvin Kamara. I don't know why the consensus is disrespecting my guy here. He's ADP 38, number 38 on average on all fantasy football platforms. I don't get that. You got guys like I can get Kyron Williams. Kyron Williams is a close one, but Bucky Irving, one of running back going ahead of him. I don't see that, man. I see him. It's nothing but Alvin Kamara over there in that backfield. I believe he gets the targets. I believe he gets the carries. Now, sometimes the goal line work, we know that they kind of shy away from him on that. But in a PPR league, he's going to be dominant. He's going to be a monster. That's going to be a steal in drafts be able to pick him 38, 3rd round, early 3rd. That's somebody that I would definitely keep my eye on if you have yet to draft. And then also I got another sleeper here, which a lot of people aren't really talking about. A lot of fantasy gurus aren't talking about. And that's Zach Ertz. Zach Ertz, and for us, I mean, we've been hearing all of the conversations being had here because we're local, so we hear about the Commanders a lot. And reports have been saying that Jaden Daniels and Zach Ertz have been on the same page, and he's been getting a lot of targets in practice, and they look good together. And this is and ADP 156. There's no need, and we all know tight ends. There's not many tight ends in the league that are giving you consistent fantasy points on a regular basis. So if you can get a guy late like Zach Ertz, that's a perfect pick right there. Perfect play, perfect quarterback. The target share is going to be there. The yardage is going to be there. Not saying that he's going to give you something every week, but like I said, there's not a lot of tight ends that's going to give you. You have like probably 3 to 5 tight ends possibly that are going to be consistent this year statistically. So I like Zach Ertz late on the back end of drafts. to be something solid for anybody that's trying to pick him up. Now, the next guy I don't get, like even with Puka Nacua being in front of him and some other guys, he was a fantasy stud for a couple of years. Sean, you know him very well. He's won you a couple championships. Tyreek Hill, I just feel like it's disrespectful where he is and where his ADP is at 28. I just don't get it. He's a dog. He had an off year last year, but I definitely believe that he makes it up and he comes back and has a great year. Even with the whole situation with him quitting on the team and with him and Tua coming out and speaking on what he needs to do to win back the team and all that other stuff, get back in the good graces of the team. I feel like he could be a top 3 wide receiver this year in fantasy. And to be able to get him in the 3rd round is crazy to me. I don't understand it. Like that's a steal if you get able to get him, because I see him he going to go over 1,000 yards. Now touchdowns, we'll see how that goes, but I definitely believe that he's going to be something special and he's going to outdo a lot of the guys that are going ahead of him in drafts. And then to another guy that I want to get to is Mr. Davante Adams. Twan was talking about Puka Nacua. And I feel like it's like something with Matthew Stafford. It's like each year where you think one receiver is going to do well, it ends up being the other receiver. We saw back years ago when people thought that Robert Woods was going to be the guy, and it turned out to be Cooper Kupp. And then it was the other year where Cooper Kupp was supposed to be the guy coming off his Triple Crown year. I want to say he was a year removed from that, and then they brought in Puka Nacua, and then Puka Nacua ended up being the guy. But I feel like Davante Adams is that guy. Just his route running, his ability to get open. I believe that he's going to be targeted more than Puka coming into this year. Puka's going to have a good year, but I believe that Davante Adams will have a better year. And for where you can get him in drafts, just the fact that you can get him, his ADP is 43rd on average. So that's putting you in 3rd round, 4th round. That's a steal, bro. Like I can't and I don't know. Something with Puka is just like I don't think that it's just as far as targets. He's not gonna out target Davante. I think Matthew Stafford.
I don't know. I disagree with that because I think Puka got the young legs. Davante Adams he's a veteran in the league. He'll be all right, but Puka is the guy that he just moves better. Like he gets, he's just faster. He's younger. Like you got to realize in sports, the younger people. Yes, Davante Adams he's a name, but Puka, I don't know. Puka's the guy in LA.
Now this is all barring Stafford being healthy. I'll say that.
I mean, Stafford he's throwing passes in practice right now. I think he'll be all right.
But Puka, and then it's also one thing with Puka is the injuries too. Like I'm like, bro, like you too young to be having all these injuries, dog. Like, so I'm concerned about that as well. Like, and then it's his value where I gotta go get Puka at. I gotta get him mid 1st round versus me getting Davante in 3rd, 4th round. It just makes more sense to me to go that route. And then I can get another dog like somebody like a St. Brown in the 1st, and then come back and get Davante or Tyreek Hill late.
Or you can get Davante and Puka, and also what injuries? I know he had one injury. What was the other injury he had?
He was out 4 games last season, wasn't
he? Yeah, one injury.
Yeah, but then the year prior he had the was it the high ankle sprain or something like that he had?
Yeah, I think that's what he re-aggravated.
He had something like that. And he fought through it for a little bit, but we all know what comes up must come down. He's had 2 solid years, and I don't think this is the year where he's going to be able to run that back. I don't see it.
I got one question.
Go ahead.
So you're taking the 32-year-old over the 24-year-old that's at his prime, that's entering his prime, and that's familiar with the offense, that's been there for 2 years.
It's not about me taking him over him. It's more like I can get him in 4th, third, fourth
But you're
round.
saying, okay, so you think that Devontae, who is new to the offense, is going to get more targets than Puka, who's familiar with the offense?
I believe that
who already knows the offense.
I believe he's going to get targeted more. I believe that 100%. I believe that. And like, and if I got to choose between Puka or St. Brown in the first, I'm gonna get St. Brown. I just and it's targets for him. He out targets Puka Nacua as well. Like, it's just like Puka's a good player. I don't have a good feeling about this season with him. He's gonna be good, but not to what people expect him to be. Like, I feel like there's guys that you can get later on that are gonna be more of value. I like I said, Tyreek Hill, I feel is gonna be one that's gonna outdo him. Then Devontae, I said
Puka.
Yes.
Okay, so how do you feel about the Rams offense as a whole?
I like their offense. They're as long as Staff is healthy, they're gonna be Kyron's gonna get work. I like that. I mean, Puka's gonna do well, and Devontae's gonna do well. I like all the guys, but I just feel like Puka's not. I could see Puka having like a season that Cooper Kupp had when Puka had a good year.
Yeah, 2 years ago. Well, 3 years ago when he won a Triple Crown. Like, I'm telling you, bro.
I'm talking about when Cooper Kupp, like that year, the year where you drafted Cooper Kupp and I had Puka Nacua.
Mm-hmm.
I could see
the roles reversed right there.
That's where I'm getting at. That's where I'm getting at. I don't see it, bro. Like, and you got what is his ADP? What is Puka Nacua's ADP? Is it what? Like pick 7?
Like 7. Yeah,
7,
like
8. 7, 8, yeah.
There's a lot of guys, and then also there's a couple of running backs that I'm taking over him too. Like, I feel like it's just more value in guys later on, and you can get a guy that you know is gonna be involved.
Where would you put his ADP, bro?
Would I put his ADP? Mm-hmm. I mean, my personal one, I would have him.
You have him in the second round?
Like I said, if I'm picking 7 and I got St. Brown or I got St. Brown or Puka, I'm taking St. Brown.
Fair.
Don't get me wrong. Like, if St. Brown is gone, am I going to reach for Tyreek like right there? No, I'm not. That'd be foolish if I did that, knowing that I can get him in the third. So I would take him there, but there's like, if there's a, let's say if they like Christian McCaffrey, I would take Christian McCaffrey over Puka. Real talk. Just because of the more opportunities that he's going to have. And I like Christian McCaffrey because, I mean, with Debo leaving as well, that's going to be more opportunities for him.
Right.
So then you look at Jenny, whatever issue they got going on, he's going to be in the pass game. He's going to run the ball. Like, it's just so many opportunities, and then their schedule as well is in their favor. So there's going to be a lot of opportunities for McCaffrey. I would reach and take him over Puka. That may sound crazy to some people, but I would go that route. And then even somebody like a Jonathan Taylor, possibly
over Puka.
Yes. Yeah.
I hate that offense in Indy, so I could never.
The amount of opportunities.
Danny Dimes. No, sir.
We've been spending a lot of time.
We'll finish higher than Jamar Chase, bro. Watch.
That's crazy right there.
Watch. Well,
that's crazy right there.
Watch.
All right, moving on. Save the best for last, you know. Mm-hmm. All right, let's get into this underrated list. Starting out number 1 is my man Mike Evans. As you know, Mike Evans, he finished as the wide receiver 14 last year. Despite missing 3 games, my man, in missing 3 games, he still scored 11 touchdowns. And I just feel like right now he's being drafted as wide receiver 18. I feel like with Chris Godwin out, I don't understand why that's happening, because they got trust in the rookie, Emeka. I mean, he's good, but Mike Evans is still going to be the touchdown guy. When they're in the red zone, Baker knows where to look. It's Mike Evans. That's Mike Evans territory all day. And I feel like Mike Evans will be a top 10 receiver next year. He's getting drafted as wide receiver 18. You know, I love Mike Evans. He's always on my team. So I want y'all to know I'm not being biased. I really feel like this. I feel like he's being undervalued this year. people are writing him off. He's old. He's this. He's that. But all he does is give you 1,000 yards. That's it. Every year he gives you 1,000 yards. So I feel like this is another 1,000-yard year. 10 plus touchdowns for Mike Evans. I feel like he'll be a top 10 receiver. Moving along, my man Pat Mahomes. Last year he finished quarterback 12, but he gets his main man back, like we talked about earlier, Rashee Rice. Travis Kelce's coming in healthy. Hollywood Brown, Xavier Worthy's going to take a step forward this year. So I think Pat Mahomes is back in top 5 quarterback territory this year. I love Pat Mahomes. He's being drafted in the 6th round. In drafts, he's usually a first-round guy, second-round guy. He's getting drafted in the 6th round, so I feel like his ADP, where he's getting drafted, is great for Pat Mahomes. That's the quarterback I want to draft, but I know, everybody going to be out to get me in my league, so I probably won't get Pat Mahomes, but I like Pat Mahomes this year. I feel like this is the year he's back in the top 5. I feel like the deep ball wasn't working last year, but I feel like Xavier Worthy at the end of the season, he became, a good receiver. At first, he was just like the reverses, this and that, scoring touchdowns. But I feel like towards the end of the year, they got that connection going. So I feel like Pat Mahomes will be better this year. My third guy is DeAndre Swift. He has Ben Johnson as his offensive coordinator this year. I don't know who the other running back is in Chicago. Johnson? I don't know. But I feel like DeAndre Swift is going to get a lot of work out the backfield, carries. I feel like he had 1,345 total yards last year. I feel like that's going to go up with Ben Johnson. He finished as running back 19 last year. He's getting drafted in the 5th, 6th round. I feel like that's a steal this year. If you can get DeAndre Swift in the 5th or 6th round this year, I feel like that is a steal. He's going to give you the value that you need. If he's your 3rd running back in the flex, DeAndre Swift, that's great news for your fantasy team. Moving along, I got my man J-Mo Williams from the Detroit Lions. I feel like this is a year he could take over the wide receiver 1 in Detroit. His first year, his rookie year, he missed time due to injury. Then his second year, he was suspended 4 games for gambling. I don't know why players are continuing to do that. Like, stop it. Stop gambling. You're going to get caught. Like, stop it. So he was suspended 4 games for that. And then he missed 2 games last year, but still had 1,000 yards. He finished as the wide receiver 22. He's currently being drafted in the 6th or 7th round in drafts. So I feel like that's a steal. I feel like this year is the year that J-Mo takes the step forward. It becomes a real piece of that offense, like a real piece, like in the receiving game. You can give him reverses. He take that to the house. So I feel like Jameson Williams is a steal in the 6th or 7th round. Then at 5, I got my man Tyreek Hill. John already talked about Tyreek, so I'm not going to say a lot about him. Everybody knows who Tyreek is. Like, that guy's a game changer. Last year, he didn't have Tua. Tua was hurt most of the year. And then when he came back, it's like the chemistry just wasn't there in the offense. Like,
yeah,
their chemistry in the offense just wasn't there. It was just straight dump offs to A-Chain. It just wasn't there. I feel like this year they get it right. Tua's been healthy all off season. I mean, I know Tyreek's not practicing right now, but I feel like he practices enough in the beginning of the summer that I feel like that connection is going to be good moving forward. But like I said, I'm not going to talk too much about Tyreek Hill because we already just spent a lot of time on him. But yeah, draft Tyreek Hill. He's going 3rd or 4th round. I feel like that's a steal for that guy right there.
Yeah, I like the underrated. I mean, underrated guys you got on your list. I mean, one guy, Swift. He had a decent year last year, 1,300 yards all purpose. I get it. It's just I don't know. I don't know. Every time it's like each year, it's just I'm
gonna say this. He had more all-purpose yards than James Cook. He had more all-purpose yards than James Cook. James Cook just got lucky in the touchdown department. Well, we're gonna talk about that later.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about that later.
Yeah, we're gonna get into him for sure.
Yeah, but yeah, that's my underrated players going into 2025.
I like it.
Will Reek be a top 3 player again? Top 3 overall player? I would say no, but top 3 receiver.
No.
He has no. Yeah, but If that
I
offense,
don't think he can be.
if that offense can click like it did 2 years ago,
no,
he can have a
it's
top
too
10.
much. It's too much going on in Miami right now. They don't even like the quarterback. Don't even like him.
Going on in Miami?
If Tua stays,
Waddle is still there. Like, I mean, Waddle's not going nowhere, bro.
Waddle will always play second fiddle. He's second fiddle.
Will.
That don't mean that he's so with Devontae, but that doesn't mean he's not there. That's what I'm saying. So with T. Higgins, he will play.
But he was there when Tyreek had it. When Tyreek was there.
I mean, yeah, he was there when Tyreek was number one wide receiver.
Yeah, 4 score in like 3 years ago, bro. Like, what are we talking about? Like, dog, like it's no top 3. It means that. All right, so you drafted Reek over St. Brown? No. You drafted Reek over Jefferson? No. You drafted Reek over Lamb? No.
No, but just because
I mean,
off
potential.
We play fantasy.
I like those guys' offenses better than the Dolphins, and you got to say A-Chain is taking a step forward too. I'm not saying that Reek is going to be. I'm just saying like top 3 overall.
We play this game a lot, and the guys that you draft before guys don't mean they're going to finish higher.
That's true, but at the same time, if those guys stay healthy, it kind of like lines up the same way.
Yeah, I mean, I see what you're saying. Like last year, it looked bad.
Where do you think Tyreek finishing though? Is he top 5 at least?
No.
Where is he? Is he make top 10?
He's like a fringe top 10, top 12. I mean,
crazy.
Wide receiver 1 is top 12. I'm not crazy, bro. You got to think about it. Does Drake finish higher than Drake London?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Okay. We'll see.
I'm gonna say yes. Like I think. Look, with Drake London, I love Drake London, but people think that Penix came in, gave him a spark last year. I need to see him for a full season. We only see Penix for how many games? 3 or 4 games. I need to see a whole season.
These players that y'all love are old. They're old. They're old. They're old. And I don't knock how great they are, but they're old, and there's younger players that are better than them and better offenses. It's not about how good you are, it's about your situation, what's around you.
So the Falcons offense is better than the Miami Dolphins offense right now.
I was about to ask him that.
All right, is the Falcons offense better than them? Yes.
I don't know. I gotta see I understand what you're saying, Tweez. I gotta see Miami this year because what they did the year before this, it was crazy. And last year it was they had a lot of bumps in the road. So this is the year. I think they get it together this year.
My thing is this though. You putting 8 in the box with Bijan there, you're gonna let Drake play man 1-on-1.
But you gotta put 8 in the box for A-Chain too.
No, you don't.
You have to watch A-Chain.
No, you do not. You don't have to put 8 in the box.
So if you don't put 8 in the box against A-Chain, do you know what he would do to you?
What's he gonna do?
Run all over you.
What you mean?
Okay.
Gonna do.
Okay.
I don't know, man. Let's get into these overrated players.
Let's get into these overrated players.
What we got?
I excited towards the end.
We got. Start with, okay. Running back.
See a couple debates on here.
Ashton Genty. I think there's a lot of people overrating him, man. They look at the college tape and say, yeah, he's gonna be a guy. He's gonna get X amount of carries, a lot of opportunities, which could be true, but I think we need to kind of scale back on what we think he's going to do his rookie year. Also, I'm not a fan of the Raiders. I don't think, even with the opportunities, I just don't think they got enough over there for him to really thrive the way that people think he can. And then his ADP, he's up there. He's like top 6 running back coming off the board. And there's guys that I would take over that I like over him. Guys like Bucky Irving, guys like Kyren Williams, guys like Jonathan Taylor that he's going ahead of in drafts, which I just don't agree with. I don't think that he is that. I'm not saying that he'll never ever get to that point. Just with that team and that offense, I think we gotta lower the expectations on what we got Ashton Genty doing this season. All right, but let me keep moving forward. Now Puka, we talked about Puka for a long time. I mean, it's just for me, it is where he's going and what people are expecting for him to do. I don't see it, and I don't see him going off like having that type of season that Tweez mentioned. Like, and there's like some guys in that seventh spot that I'm thinking you can go get, like a Jonathan Taylor, like a St. Brown, that I would go with over him, and that's just my personal preference. I know what the consensus are saying, and that he's going to be that guy, but I gotta see it again for a third time. It's just, and then we see guys decline a lot in third seasons of wide receivers. Some guys that we expect to do great things don't come out, and it doesn't fare well. There's some great ones that can make it happen 3 years in a row, but there's gonna be some limitations this year. But I'm not going. We don't gotta keep going deep diving into Puka. We can move forward. Now Lad McConkey. A lot of people are hype about Lad, and I don't like where he's going at. Like he's going in the second round, so there's high expectations on him, and there's a lot of guys that I see him that he's not better than, and there's going to be some younger guys that I feel like are going to make plays that are going to outshine Lad McConkey. And for the value, last year was the year to get Lad McConkey. That it was value. I saw a lot of people talk about Lad last year as being a sleeper guy that you can get late. Now everybody knows about him. The secret, the cat's out the bag. He's not going to do what people think he's going to do to live up to where he is going in drafts currently. Just second round, it's just too rich for my blood. I'm not reaching for that. There's a lot of other guys. And for me personally, when it comes to fantasy, I'm looking at top running backs. I'm trying to stack up those bell cow running backs in those first 2 rounds, unless there's like a Jamar Chase I'm getting. If I'm in the early picks, one of the early picks in the first round, then I'm looking at getting somebody like a Jamar Chase or something. But even then, you still got Saquon Barkley, you still got Bijan Robinson. So trying to get him where he's supposed to be at, I don't like it. But where does his ADP?
He going like late second, early third.
Second, yeah. I just want to make sure, because I don't want I just want to make sure I got that. Yeah, 26. He's going 26. So yeah. So he is sneaking in some third rounds, which, I mean, if he's going in the third, I mean, if he's in the third, I'll say go ahead and take him. If he falls that far, then I would say go ahead. But second round, there's some guys that you can get that you can go ahead and especially with the running backs in those first 2 rounds, I would go that direction. Now, Josh Jacobs, number 4. With Josh, I have yet to see him have 2 back-to-back good seasons. I just ain't seen it. We can go back and we can look at his stats. 2022 went for 1,600 yards. Great year for Jacobs in 2022. Then going into 2023, went for 800 for 6 touchdowns. So he did half of the work, because the year before he had 12 touchdowns. Minimized that, cut that in half, had 6. And then came back with Green Bay, had over 1,300 rushing yards for 15 touchdowns. So do I think he's going to go ahead and get double-digit touchdowns again this year? I'm going to bet no, he's not going to do that again. So we've seen back-to-back. No, he doesn't. He just doesn't do it. I also think that there's going to be a lot of defenses keying in on him, and they're going to make the young guys over there, young wide receivers over there, make it happen for him. And Love's going to have to show himself this year for them to be successful. And I just don't think Jacobs is going to see the amount of success that he had year prior. So I do like, he is going to be a solid back, but where he's going in draft, I don't see him living up to that. And I'm like, it's crazy how I'm saying Jonathan Taylor and a lot of this, because I remember I used to go back and forth with tweets about Jonathan Taylor. But I think but But back then, it was like we knew that what Jonathan Taylor could do, and I was kind of going against that. But this year, it's like you're not hearing much about him. To where I think like this is the year where he can have a great year, and he's going to get his opportunities. And I see for him, I think like that's a guy that I would take over Josh Jacobs. Like I'm betting the under on Josh Jacobs this year. I don't see him having that success. But we'll keep it moving along. Next guy that we have on the list is James Cook, and we kind of got into that a little bit briefly earlier on in the show. He just got his money. Congrats to him. But I do not think he is going to replicate the season that he had last year. Last season, 16 touchdowns. Crazy. I didn't know he had 16 touchdowns. I looked it up. I'm like, what? 16 touchdowns, and then over 1,000 yards rushing. I just don't see him getting that touchdown mark. He'll be lucky to get 8 touchdowns next year, because we already know in the red zone we know how Josh Allen does. He goes, he takes it in himself. A lot of rushing touchdowns. So I just don't see him living up to the expectations this year. And we know like it's very hard for running backs to go back to back, have back to back seasons. We ain't seen many running backs do it. We've seen Derrick Henry, he's been able to do it. We've seen Saquon do it. So those are the only 2 guys really that I'm confident that could come back and have a second strong season. Other than that, we haven't really seen it. We got to go back to probably Adrian Peterson days back to really see what somebody having a back-to-back great year. So, and he's not that caliber guy to me. He's going to have a solid year, decent year, but not what he did last year. And also he's going 33 ADP, 33 pick. So that pushes him into the 3rd round. So I would say decent value there. But definitely there's some other options that you could go with possibly in those rounds. So definitely lower your expectations on James Cook. And I think that concludes my list there, fellas. And we can go to Shawnee P.
All right, let me get started. BTJ. So I'm gonna say this. I love BTJ the player. Love him. He's a great wide receiver, but his ADP this year is just too rich for my blood. He's going early 2nd round right now in drafts. Last year, he had 10 touchdowns. He had 1,248 yards. I feel like the yards will be about the same, but I think the touchdowns could go down, especially given Travis Hunter entering the party. So I just feel like BTJ, I love the player. I'm not saying he's going to have a bad year, but where he's getting drafted is just too rich for my blood. Especially I drafted him last year in like the 9th or 10th round. Now he's going 2nd round. It's just something is just not adding up for me right there to take him in the 2nd round. If he was going more like 3rd, 4th round, then I'll be more confident to draft him. But I can't take him in the 2nd round. And moving along, DJ Moore. It's just something about DJ Moore. I just cannot draft this guy. Last year, he had 966 yards with 6 touchdowns. I don't know if Caleb is going to take that jump that everybody thinks he may take with Ben Johnson as his quarterback. But DJ Moore is just a guy, when I see him on the board, it's just like, I can't take him. He's going 4th round. A little bit too rich for my blood. I think DJ Moore is more like a 5th or 6th rounder. And that offense, Rome, Doomsday, we've been hearing good things about him coming out of camp. I feel like he could be the guy for Caleb Williams this year. So DJ Moore, like I said, this is all about ADP. DJ Moore is he's a great football player, but when it comes to fantasy, he's just not the guy for me. I just can't draft him where he's getting drafted at.
What was his ADP?
DJ Moore, he's going 4th round.
4th round?
Yeah.
That might be decent.
He always goes in about the same. Like I said, DJ Moore, he'll be a top 20 wide receiver. But when it comes, I don't know. It's just me and DJ Moore. He's not a guy I can ever pull the trigger on.
It's a big year for DJ Moore, bro. It's like a make or break right now.
Right. He's real boomer bust. Like he'll have 30 fantasy points, then the next week he'll have 5. Like, you know what I mean?
You got the young guy.
I don't have.
You know who you're explaining right now, right? Mike Evans, boy.
Stop it.
Bro, that's the same thing Mike Evans does.
Stop it.
20,
but
25.
No, the difference between Mike Evans he scores touchdowns. I don't know if DJ Moore ever had over 10 touchdowns in the season.
But depending on what format you play in, that don't matter. PPR, he gets like every catch behind the line of scrimmage.
I'll take the touchdown.
Caleb, that's the most unpredictable stat in fantasy. You do know that,
right? When you're
in
the red zone, you know Mike Evans is at least getting the first look.
Touchdowns are the most unpredictable stat in fantasy.
It is.
This a fact.
Just me. I don't know. I think it's too rich in my blood to take DJ Moore right there.
I mean, I feel you. I feel you on that. I mean,
I don't know.
I mean, fourth round, you could take a flyer on. You could take a flyer on him in the fourth, but I get what you're saying. I get what
DJ right there. That's the top target in a Ben Johnson passing offense.
I think Roman's gonna be the top target this year.
If DJ Moore gets the St. Brown role, wrap it up. All right, wrap it up.
Nah, he's not St. Brown though, bro.
I'm telling you, if he gets the St. Brown role,
play in the slot like St. Brown.
He's never had a coach like Ben Johnson.
You gotta St. Brown knows how to get open.
I mean, it's just a lot of speculation about the Bears offense to where like I can see your worries with drafting DJ Moore 100%. Like I've had the guy a lot. So I can definitely see where your worries are there. But
moving along. We ain't gonna talk too much about James Cook. John, he want to put one player on the list that I got on the list. I don't know what it is, but James Cook last year he didn't hit 1,300 all-purpose yards. But he had the 16 touchdowns saved him. I want to say he finished like running back 7 or 8. But I think this year, where he's getting drafted in the third round, his ADP, again, it's too rich for my blood. And James Cook is another guy that, I don't know, I can't draft him. Like, I don't know. It's DJ Moore and James Cook. I just cannot draft these guys where they're getting drafted this year. Like John said, James Cook, he's going to have a solid season. He's in a great offense. But Josh Allen takes a lot of that red zone. When James Cook, he was just scoring touchdowns from everywhere last year. He's gonna come back down to reality in the touchdown category. So I think it's just too rich to take James Cook in the third. I think he's more of a fourth, fifth round where like Chuba Hubbard, James Conner, and those guys are going. I feel like he should be on that level. But yeah, moving along. Terry McLaurin. I'm a Commanders fan, but Terry hasn't been in camp all year. All summer, everyone knows that. He's trying to get a contract. Last year, he had 13 touchdowns. I would definitely bet the under on that one this year. Sure. He's never had over 1,100 receiving yards. So I understand when people say Terry is not elite. I understand. The elite guys are getting 1,500 receiving yards. That's when you can call yourself elite. Terry has never had over 1,100 receiving yards. Can you really call him elite? And I think the 13 touchdowns are going to go down this year. We got Debo. I feel like Debo's going to steal some of that. We talked about Zach Ertz earlier. To get Terry, I think before this year, the most touchdowns he had in the season was 6. So he more than doubled that last year. I feel like that's going to come back down, just like I said about James Cook. That's going to come back down. My next player on the list, Christian McCaffrey. I love Christian McCaffrey, but
a little biased here, man.
The injury history.
UFC scarred you for life, bro.
The injury history. He scarred me last year. I picked him number 2 in the draft, and then his last year with Carolina before he got traded to the Niners. I picked him, got hurt week 2. Like, it's just been bad for me in CMC. So I'm scarred. I mean, where he's getting drafted is not terrible, but I feel like he should be more like a second rounder this year just due to the injury history of McCaffrey. I'm just scared. I'm still thinking. I got the 8th pick in my draft. I'm thinking about, can I take him there? But I just hope he gets drafted before it's my pick, so I don't have to think about that. But Christian McCaffrey, due to the injury history, his age, he's an Asian running back. I feel like it's just a little bit too rich for my blood where he's getting drafted this year.
Gotcha. I get it. I mean, I think a lot of people feel the same way you feel.
But not this guy.
Yeah, I don't.
Not this guy. I don't feel the same way.
I mean, it was hard for me to put him on the list. I'm like, because I'm thinking about drafting them, but I still got to put them on the list for the people out there that's watching this. It's a risk. It's a high risk, high reward with Christian McCaffrey this year. He could be running back 1, or he can be out week 2. Who knows?
Yeah.
So
Right.
The choice is yours.
All right, what we got now? We got
now we got Tweez's list.
Tweez, my list, boy. Dang,
he trying to skip that.
Right. I was like, yeah, we don't even need Tweez's list, bro.
My bad.
I mean, I know the first player on my list. We said everything we needed to say about Ashton Genty. That's what y'all about to see when the slide pop up. So I agree with you, John, for all the aspects that you said. You know what I'm saying? I'll definitely say shout out to Reese. Reese joined the stream. Appreciate you, bro. Nick too, man. Appreciate y'all, man. But at the same time, Reese be hitting on these rookies. But it's not that Ashton Genty, I think he's gonna have a bad year. It's not that. It's just that Ashton Genty's being drafted above, like, to touch John's point, Jonathan Taylor. My biggest thing is these running backs. A lot of these backs are being drafted above Derrick Henry, and it's just too disrespectful at this point. Like, I mean, because Derrick Henry is just like what do you if they had consistency in fantasy football up there, it would honestly be a picture probably of AK and Derrick Henry up there. Like, if you want to just go to what they do every single year.
No signs of slowing down for Derrick Henry.
Yeah, no signs, especially not in that offense. So Ashton Genty, you touched on it already, John. I like what you said. I got pretty much the same points there. Chase Brown. Now, Chase Brown, everybody's in love with Chase Brown this year. Chase Brown's the guy. Yeah. Okay, cool. That's great. He's still in the second. He's in the highest passing offense. Unless you guys think that this guy's going to be a wide receiver, he's not going to live up to his ADP. He only had one game over 100 yards rushing last year. Granted, you only need 60 yards per game to get to 1,000 yards. So I don't understand why people are like 1,000-yard rusher. Like, no, it's not even that great anymore. It's not 17 games, 60. Nah, come on, get serious. But the hype with Chase Brown, where he's being drafted, like, I see he's being drafted, like he's going as like the RB10 right now, which is okay. But I would take James Cook over him because of the situation in the offense. Joe Burrow throws the ball at the 2. Like, he just does. They just do that. Like, they pay their wide receivers over $100 million. They account for, I believe, 35% of the team salary. Those 3 players, you're gonna get them the ball. Chase Brown's not a part of that 35. I'm telling y'all right now. So at the same time, like I said, he only had one game over 100 yards last year. Keep that in mind, everybody who thinks that this guy's going to be running up and down the field next year. No, he has to get it in the receiving game. He has to get it in all these other ways. And I mean, he didn't do too much to impress me against the Commanders' so-called improving defense. And we didn't even have Bobby Wagner and Von Miller and them out there. Like, he didn't really do much. From what I saw, he was out there for a while too.
For the touchdown.
So, yeah, he scored
you talking about Joe Burrow?
I'm talking about Chase Brown.
For a touchdown.
For what? My third running back on my roster could score a touchdown. Tate Bixby was scoring touchdowns last year. He's not getting drafted like Chase Brown. I mean, but regardless, like where he's being drafted, do I think he's going to have a bad year? No. But do I think he should be drafted where he is? Now, I would honestly take Chuba Hubbard before I would take Chase Brown. And that's real.
I agree. I agree.
Real. Like, I would take Chuba Hubbard over Chase Brown.
I disagree with that just because of the offense. Like, since he is going to be driving the football, Chase Brown's going to have a lot of opportunities to score touchdowns. He's going to get a lot of little dump offs out the backfield. He has no competition in the backfield. We can't even name Cincy's second running back. Like, so I just feel like the opportunities for Chase Brown is going to be high. A lot of dump offs. Cincy's defense is trash, so they're going to be in game. It's going to be a lot of high scoring games with them.
Are you relying on dump offs? Are they running the ball? Are they going to run the ball?
You don't about 15 carries a game.
15 carries is what you're expecting from an RB10?
15, but he's going to get receptions as well. And
Well, how
touchdowns.
many? Well, how many catches is Jamar gonna get? How many catches is T gonna get?
Yeah, Jamar Chase is going to get the 60-yard pass, and then Chase Brown come in with a touchdown.
Did they pay Gesicki? Hey, bro. Hey, look, I'm not saying he's going to have a bad year. I'm going to say that about everybody, bro. But at the same time, I will see it where you get. I like Chuba Hubbard above him. If you want me to like players above players, I like Chuba Hubbard above. Let's move on. Let me see the rest of this. Let me see the rest of the slide, bro. Because I'm kind of like, okay, Taj Brooks. He was in there. I seen him in there. I did see him in there. He ain't do nothing though. So I mean,
whoever said Taj Brooks, got it.
Bucky Irvin. I see. Look, I like Bucky Irvin. I do like him as a player. Where he's being drafted is actually okay. Like it's actually not too bad, but them losing their offense coordinator to Jacksonville, it's kind of like it's like I don't know. Like Rachaad White is still there. Rachaad White's it's kind of like an afterthought at this point. But to like Bucky Irvin, it's just I mean I gotta see it, and he's being drafted fairly high as well. He's being drafted as like a fringe RB1 right now. I think he's going like RB12 or so. He's going fairly high draft, like top of the second. So it's kind of a wait and see approach with Bucky Irvin for me. I mean, he had a great year last year. Don't get me wrong, but it's a new offensive scheme. There's a lot of moving parts around him that just I don't like, and I don't like. He's being drafted over guys like James Cook once again, who I know y'all scared of the touchdown thing and things like that, but I mean they paid him like he's going to get the ball. He's going to get the ball. He got paid. They're gonna run him into the ground. They're gonna try to save Josh Allen. Like they're gonna have to cut back somewhere with the Bills offense, and it's going to be giving the ball to James Cook. So just keep in mind like the offenses and things like that. And if you look at the Tampa Bay offense this year, a lot of people think that the Tampa Bay offense is actually like super solid. Look at the Tampa Bay offense. Like look at it heavy. Like look at it. Like Godwin is going to be out. They're going to be relying on Ibuka. I like Ibuka. I do. Emeka. I'll say Emeka. Shout out to Mech. Where you at? But at the same time, and look, I like the rookie, but he's a rookie. You know what I'm saying? You got a aging Mike Evans, who's nice, but all right. And then you got I like who's playing tight end for them right now. Like I'm trying to I don't know who's playing tight end for them.
It's not Otten, is it?
Yeah, that's the only one I can think of. What is
yeah, so like really look at it. Like and Baker threw for 4,500. I mean, a lot of eyes they're gonna be keying in on Bucky this year. So I mean, just the situation is going to change. We'll see if their new OC can scheme it up, but I don't like him at his ADP. I don't think that he's going to have a bad year, but I don't like him at his ADP. P, you touched on BTJ. You know what I'm saying? The player, he's nice, he's solid. I think that I think he's going to have a decent year. Where he's being drafted, though, is fairly high for me, especially with Travis Hunter there. They gave up too much draft capital to not get Travis Hunter involved. So I think he takes a step back this year. I think that he'll probably fall into that. He's being drafted at like wide receiver, I believe like wide receiver 8 or so. He finished at wide receiver 4 he finished at wide receiver 4 last year, right? I believe. Yeah, he was like wide receiver 4. Yeah, with some healthy bodies coming back, like moving parts. Like, I mean, I think he finished higher than like CeeDee Lamb last year, things like that. So, I mean, you go off last year, yeah. I just think that people are overreacting right now. It's Liam Collins' first year in Jacksonville. We'll see if he can instantly change things around. So we'll see there. And T. Higgins is being drafted as a wide receiver 1 right now. And
I don't like it.
And I'm like, I be thinking like, did something happen to Jamar Chase? But at the same time, they do throw the ball at the highest rate in the league. Do I think that it's enough targets for both of them to go around? Yes, I do. But do I think that T. Higgins? I don't think T. Higgins should be drafted ahead of Lab McConkey, John. I don't. I don't think that he should be drafted ahead of. I don't think that T. Higgins should be drafted ahead of any team's number 1 wide receiver. That's how I'm looking at it. Like, you're not the first look. You're not even the first look on your team. So who knows? I mean, we know what T. Higgins is going to do. We expect him the ball. Like, we expect him to get the ball. You know, they paid him a ton of money as well. So I definitely expect him to get the targets and opportunities and things like that. But do I think that through the course of the season he's going to finish higher than some of these guys? No, I don't.
I mean, I think with the McConkey and T. Higgins, you touched on that. I think the reason, I mean, I'll disagree on that because with T. Higgins, I believe that their defense is just trash, bro. Like,
right.
Is going to have way more opportunity versus with the Chargers. They look like they're going to be an offense they're going to be able to run the ball, throw the ball. I don't see them I don't see games getting out of hand with the Chargers. So I think they're going to be more close games. So it may not. There could be some weeks where McConkey doesn't go off like people expect him to. I just think they're going to be down a lot. They're going to be throwing the ball. For me, the only thing that concerns me with T, I will say, is his health. Him making it through a year.
He got them soft tissue injuries.
Every now and again, he out. So that's one thing that I will say on him, though. But other than that, I mean, yeah, I definitely get why you had him overrated. But I
mean, he's gonna be solid though. He might finish where his ADP is. He might finish as a fringe wide receiver 1 just based off of the volume and things like that. But also, if he finishes as a fringe RB1, where does Chase Brown finish? Because like, where does
RB7 Chase Brown? You heard it here.
And then where does Chase finish?
Chase gonna have a step back, man. He'll be like wide receiver 6.
You're drunk.
You heard it here first.
You're drunk. No. I said that. I said Puka over. I said Puka over Jamar, which is cool. So you got Puka in there then.
You said Puka over Jamar. I mean,
so
I think Puka will have a great year.
You think you got Puka over Jamar this year?
Puka could be top 5.
No, all right, cool. I mean, but 6. Oh.
6 for Jamar, man.
6. He was catching TDs in the preseason, bro.
It's hard.
I mean, but 6, yes, but 6 is. I mean, damn, if that hit, like, this is gonna have to. Yeah, remember this?
I don't see that happening.
A minute 16, an hour and 16 into the first show, like he said that shit. But man, that's what I got for my over and underrated, man. It's good to be back with y'all, fellas.
Yes, sir. Now we got don't believe the hype. Don't believe the hype. And I'll put our disclaimer on that. Now, these players, now I know y'all know some of y'all might look at neighbors and say, what why is he on this list?
Yeah. No, but I don't believe he's one of the people we about to discuss.
But I want to give y'all my reasoning on why I put him on here as a don't.
We are. We're talking about this. This is like something that like
Malik Neighbors. I mean, everybody
like the setup.
Great year. He did well. Numbers great, even with the subpar quarterback play coming in. So see, he's gonna have a good year. But I want people to lower their expectations on what they think he's going to do. I do believe that they're a better team than what people think they are, but so I don't see them getting down in a lot of games. But I just don't see. I see a lot of teams keying in on Neighbors, and there's nobody else really there to really help alleviate some of that attention that he's gonna get.
Okay, quick question. What do people think that Neighbors is about to do?
What do people think? People can see him going over 1,200 yards.
I mean, last year.
You don't see 1,200 for Neighbors?
Yeah, 14 last year.
1,200 people got him. Yeah, but that's crazy. Like, that's crazy numbers for him.
I promise you, if Jackson Dart wins this job, that man's going over 1,400 yards, bro. He's going over 1,400, dog. Did he miss games last year?
No, Sice. Yeah, he had 12.
I like that you mentioned that, though, Tweez. I like that you mentioned that because Russell Wilson in there, I mean, he can air it out. We saw in the preseason he did his thing.
Yeah.
But
right.
Is he going to be able to consistently get Malik Neighbors the ball?
I think he can.
I agree.
Malik Neighbors gets open, bro. He's like a Jamar. He's like a Jefferson. Like, they're just open.
Now
it's hard to get them the ball because
it's Russ,
bro.
if Russ loses his job, and even if you put Jameis Winston in there, Winston going there, he gonna go for 1,500 yards. I'll change.
Oh yeah.
I'll change it.
Winston
Winston
he
in there, wrap it
makes
up.
wide receivers in fantasy.
Wrap it up.
Yeah. So, but with Russ in there, if he's able to keep the job, I don't think that he's gonna be as high as people expect him to be, but he's still gonna be good. And I'm not saying don't pick neighbors. I'm not
Right.
that don't pick him. I'm saying just I don't think that he's gonna have a great of his year as what people think he's going to have.
Just temper your expectations.
Yeah, temper your expectations.
Yeah, for sure.
If he's there and you pick him, I'm not saying don't pick him. I'm not even saying Pat. No, you take Malik Neighbors. Like he just lower the expectations on him. But let me get into the next one. The next guy that I had on my list, Brock Bowers. Brock Bowers, he's being to me hyped. I mean, like, but think where would you have to get?
I completely disagree with this.
Where would you have to
100%.
get Brock Bowers? Where would you have to get him at for it to make like he's going to like the second round?
I'm drafting Brock Bowers for those who are in my fantasy league. Like for those who are here, for those who are in the chat or here, like whatever league, John. When I join your league, if he's there, I'm drafting him. Like if I have the opportunity to get a huge leg up at a terrible position, at a position of chaos, I'm going to take it. This man is the bona fide tight end one. He's Kelsey. He's prime Kelsey, bro. He's prime Kelsey. Like he's the best tight end prospect to ever come out of college since people have been evaluated. That's what he said. And he like lived up to those expectations, bro.
I agree.
Did you see what he did last year? He was like third in the league in catches with bums at quarterback. You don't think Geno, like, bro, I completely disagree with this team. like I do.
But
if you're gonna talk about Trey McBride,
don't believe the hype. So there's got to be hype there, right? So
I think
the hype. I just don't think that. And then he did great with. I don't know. I can't even think of who the quarterback was.
Right? Yeah. I don't even know.
O'Connell.
But so Geno should. That I mean, it shows that okay, with Geno there, he should have a better year. But the second round, I'm thinking of value that you can get in the second round, and then there's some tight ends that you can get later on that could be of service to the team versus
service. bro. This guy is this is one of your guys. Like
Brock is going in the second round, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you go running back in the first round and then go tight end, you come back and go in the third.
Brock Bowers. you're going down my draft right now, bro.
Okay,
these are the guys I've been picking.
Back, tight end, and then where else you going? You going to receiver next? When you getting the running back?
Can't tell you who I'm getting next. Right? That's
what I'm saying.
I know where I'm going. Like y'all.
So running back first.
I already know which one.
Second round, and then the third round you get a wide receiver. In the fourth round, how many running backs you think going to be available? That's going to really do some.
You said running backs
in the fourth.
If I have Bijan, I don't care. That's what I'm talking about. You're going to take an L somewhere, bro. Like in fantasy, that's what it is. Your later guys are never going to be as good as your top guy. Never. If you draft Brock Bowers, I don't have to worry about drafting a tight end ever. That's done. That's done. I'm just picking up high upside wide receivers at that point. Because this guy is going to get it.
If he doesn't perform to where he needs to perform, that's going to hurt your team, bro.
It is, but the odds are high on him performing at where I need him to. Like it's without a doubt, bro. So you're rather throw a question mark at a position of chaos. You're gonna use up all your availability, all your transactions trying to rotate that position in because you're getting 4 or 5 when I'm getting 11, 10, 11, 12, might get 8 in a PPR league. He's getting the ball, bro. Like I mean, I think that this is the most This might be one of the most undervalued players. I should have put him on my underrated list, bro. Brock Bowers and Trey McBride. If you get one of them, you have an instant leg up for the rest of the entire season at that position. No matter what.
You can get McBride later on.
No, you cannot. You can only get McBride right after Bowers. That's have you been mocking, bro?
You know that the tight end and quarterback effect. Once somebody takes a tight end, the next tight end's gone.
Yeah, it's gone.
Man, McBride's ADP is not in the second round.
McBride's ADP is in the second round, bro. He's getting drafted at the. He's ADP number 21. He's getting drafted at 21, bro. That's no.
Like, I have 25. At 25, yeah. So talking about third round. Yeah, early third.
Late second, early
third. Yeah. You're getting this guy. Bro. And then who's after that? Laporta?
That's another
2 rounds later? No, Laporta hasn't done nothing compared to what these dudes have done.
But the value for Laporta, the value, he could have a great year.
You want somebody going like this. I want this position to go like this. Like I'm going to dog you at this position. It's like at quarterback. If you don't get Lamar, Jalen Hurts, or Josh Allen, and I mean Joe Burrow is kind of like right there because he finished at QB3 last year. I got no complaints. I had him, but I was banking on. I got to bank on 4,500 yards passing and 40 plus touchdowns for him to do that again. I can bank on Lamar just getting. If Lamar is like a running back, if you have Lamar and a running back on your team, you're good. Lamar would have finished probably at like running back 16 last year. Like at the quarterback position where he threw 41 touchdowns and like 4 picks.
But if you
go crazy, crazy.
If you go about it your way, where are you drafting Lamar Jackson at? If you're going running back, tight end, wide receiver,
quarterback, right there,
quarterback in the
early third. Like if I had the second pick, if I had the second pick, I can go Bijan at the end, and then on that turn, Brock Bowers, then Lamar. They're always there. I've never been in a mock to where they're not there.
But who's the
running? Well, now that I'm saying this, CH probably gonna be like, yeah, not gonna be there when you draft, buddy. But at the same time, it's like I understand. It depends on which way you want to go. Now, those 3 players that I just named also are like automatic. There's no upside. There's no guessing. I'm not guessing. I know what I'm about to get from Lamar. I know what I'm about to get from Bijan. I know what I'm about to get. I know what I'm about to get from Brock. Like, do you understand? Like, I've been focusing on this since May 4th, since I got my draft position. I've been seeing these players go. I know where everybody probably about to go. Bro, you get those 3 players, it's automatic. You got 3 studs. Like, you don't have two studs and then their third round pick is like, man, these are 3 guys. Like, if somebody asked me to trade for them, I'd be like, no. You're not getting these guys.
I would love to see what the second running back gets. So, I mean,
it wouldn't
try to get Kamara. I mean, Kamara gonna be there. Kamara not gonna be there.
No, AK's gone. Bro, I can get RJ Harvey and throw him in there and have Bijan and RJ Harvey. Now your team still look nice. I can throw Isaiah Pacheco, who's going in the 7th round, in there. My bad. We're talking about Brock Bowers. We're not going to build your team around Brock Bowers, though.
This is good, though.
You can do that
later on that you would pick. I'm just wanting to pick your brain.
I can put Krosky Merritt on the bench and just wait. Like eventually, at some position in your everybody's starting lineup, top to bottom. You play in standard leagues. Cool. You got 9 starters. You got 7 people on the bench. That's cool. But at the same time, you're running back. Wide receiver are not going to be tough. Somebody's going to be tough as hell. All right, like I don't know what I'm going to get from this player. I'm going to get between 9 and 10, hopefully. Like you're guessing. But if you got Bijan in there, you're like, oh, I'm getting 15 to 20 points, like automatically. Brock Bowers in there, I'm getting 10 to 12 automatically. You're already at a floor of like 26 and half PPR. Mm-hmm. So you're going full PPR, you're already at a floor of like 32. And then if you got Lamar as your quarterback, you're getting an automatic 23. Like it's not even a discussion, bro. That's where we're starting.
Those are high upside players.
That's where we're starting. The low floor, high ceiling players. I mean, high floor, high ceiling players.
You hear the analysis between.
Hey, bro, I'm telling you. Hey, listen.
Hey.
I'm not drafting upside players no more, bro.
All right. I'm gonna get into my list. Got 2 players we already talked about. Starting off with Bucky Irvin. I'm just not a fan where he's getting drafted as ADP. Like Twan said, Rashad White is still there. I feel like Bucky Irvin, and is he going to be durable to last the season? He's not a big back. Is he going to be able to finish the season without an injury? So you got to question that. And I'm not a fan of rookie running backs that wasn't supposed to do what they did, and then they come in and ball out. Then the next year, now they're going second round. I'm not a fan of that. I didn't got bit a lot of times doing that in fantasy, and I will not do it this year with Bucky Irvin. So he's one of those guys that I just can't draft where he's getting drafted. I just can't do it. The next person on my list is another person we talked about is Alshon Jeffrey. He's a rookie. I'm just not a fan of drafting rookies that early. I just can't do it. It's not like he came into like a great offense. He's with the Raiders. I know they got better with Geno Smith, but just where he's getting drafted, like top 8 player, I just can't do it right there. We already touched on this player a lot, so I'm not going to dive deep into it. And then in the preseason, I just don't see it either. Like I know he had that good run when he ran dude over. He had a couple good runs. He scored the touchdown, almost fumbled. And then I don't know. And then he didn't play in a big conference in college. So I need to see it before I can draft him that early.
I got you. I agree.
It's going to be the Brock Bowers show in Las Vegas.
I agree. You're going to get hella targets.
Oh, my God. Yeah, somebody definitely going to take him late first, early second, though. I see somebody taking him. You got to take him probably first. I mean, if he was there when I scoop him.
Right.
He was there when I was picking for sure. But I mean, just like a rookie that early is like rookie running back. Just to let everybody out there know who's getting cute drafting this guy at number 1. No rookie running back has ever finished at RB1. Never. Not in history. Not even AP. Not in history. So just keep that in mind if you're getting cute taking him at over one over, even 2. Like, I don't think he's finished in RB2. I think the highest was Saquon. I think he finished at RB2. Mm-hmm. But he's not Saquon. So
he's not.
Don't get it confused. Like there's options out there. Go with guarantees. Go with guys who've done it.
First round, you gotta
go with a guy. You gotta go with a guy who's done it. I mean, and don't get me wrong, every pick is not going to hit. Like they're not. Somebody in those first picks is going to fall off this year. I mean, just pray it's not your guy.
Right.
just pray it's not your guy because they're going to fall. Somebody, I had Tyreek last year after what he did 2 years ago, number 1 overall player in fantasy. Mm-hmm. Fell to my lap.
It's going to be one of those.
In my lap. Sheesh.
It's going to be one of those, bro, for sure.
It's going to be one of those, bro. It's going to be one of those. It's just pray it's not your guy.
All right, y'all. I believe that concludes our show tonight. Mm-hmm. For people that just joined in, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Also, give us a follow on all of our social media platforms, The Fantasy with SJT. Once again, The Fantasy with SJT. Also, any comments that you guys may have, any questions that you may have regarding your draft, or just who you should start week in and week out, be sure to reach out to us, and we'll do the best we can to answer all those questions for y'all. But that is it. Great show, fellas. It was great to be back.
It's good to be back, dog.
We're rolling. We can start getting back into some stuff, and it's going to be interesting. It's going to be a good season, y'all, for sure.
We'll be back next Tuesday. Back next
Tuesday. All right, we are out. Anything y'all got to say before we roll out?
Hey, whoever who's Ab Mitch right there, yo?
That's Avery, my cousin. Yeah, Avery.
Tyler Warren, bro. I didn't even want to bring him up on the show. You know what I'm saying? I want the
that's why CH wanted us to do the show so bad, so he could see who we drafted.
I want the drafts to be done before I can really dig in, bro. So I want it to be done, but Tyler Warren, bro. If I don't pick a tight end, that's where I'm going, bro. I'm going Tyler. I'm going Tyler. I like Tyler Warren, bro.
All right, family. We out, y'all. See y'all next week. Peace.
Yeah, peace.
Stay safe.
Sir.
Neck boot.